Oh, this is so exciting. You should see how Diana has completely transformed this space. Yeah, like from storage room, workshop to a super cool office.
I know, and actually, I mean, so I was, you know, finding all these ideas on Pinterest.
Of course.
But they actually worked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It really came
Not
out.
like the recipes you try and you're like, well, that didn't work at all.
And you know when you have a new room and you just love walking in there and being in there and you feel inspired? That's what this is.
Well, hi, I'm Dawn from The Minimal Mom. Always glad to be joined by my twin sister, Diana. She's caught the bug. So, okay, normally we talk about simple living, right? We love sharing tips and tricks for you to simplify your house, but then we just kind of like started getting into DIY projects, and now Diana has caught it too, so.
Well, and the ones that we've featured from my home involve paint. We have painted almost every surface in this entire house.
Hey, well, let's give a real quick update. We did your countertops for $8 in your bathroom.
Right, and they look amazing still.
In that bathroom, it was your half bath up in your kitchen. Probably gets used the most of any bathroom in your house.
Oh, all the time, every day, multiple times.
That was a really good one. I know people were skeptical, Tom included, but that was huge. Yeah.
Who spray paints their vanity?
You can do it. Yeah.
This girl. So.
Yeah, so we painted the cabinets of your vanities with really great paint. So we'll link to that stuff down below. I've been sponge painting, I've been stenciling, and now you got to bring it into this room too.
Well, and everybody needs a designer sister, because what I would do, I would find these ideas on Pinterest and then I would text them to her and I'm like, what do you think of this? So anyway, okay, here's the 3 things I did in this space. So it's my office / I am doing a little bit of video in here as well, studio. And so first is the shiplap behind me. Doesn't it look real? So what happened, you might have seen on Pinterest, people are using vendor board now to make shiplap. And what's cool about vendor board is it's really inexpensive and it's already the right width. So you literally just take a nail gun and just pop that on the wall. I went to the home improvement store, they didn't have it.
Because everybody else is shiplapping their walls right now.
I know. So I called my design sister from the parking lot, literally.
Yeah.
And I said, they don't have it. Should I try going around to other stores, or what could I do for shiplap? And she said, oh, haven't you seen on Pinterest where people are just drawing it on?
Silly.
I know, I hadn't seen that. How? I don't know why not.
And I think what's kind of a more modern update is that you did a colored wall and then drew it on.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
And so literally this shiplap is drawn on with Sharpie. The only difference thing that if you're gonna do this at home that I would recommend, Sharpie, it's an oil-based Sharpie that you get on Amazon. It has a little bit of a shine to it. So if you can
a bit of shine to it.
In some lighting, it actually disappears.
Yeah.
So I would just use a flat paint marker or pen, or some people have used colored pencil.
Colored pencils. If it's not a wall that's gonna get a lot of traffic that you don't have to wash a lot, black colored pencil works.
And
really
if I would have been on white, I definitely would have just used colored pencil. I was wearing a darker color. So that would be my only recommendation. So yeah, that's trendy and cool, right? Okay, number 2 is the stencil that you see, the nice herringbone, hand-drawn herringbone it's called.
Oh, okay.
So the stencil was $37. It was a little more than I was expecting to pay. But compared to wallpaper or like the vinyl wall coverings that people are doing, I mean, way worth it. And I didn't want to make a huge investment in here. Yeah. I mean, it still is my basement corner hiding room after all.
So you're not quite finished with it yet though. So you have to go back and touch up along the edge of the board and batten, right?
Someone on Instagram said, oh, did Dawn do the stenciling for you? And I said, no, I know how to stencil. But
no, it would be done if she did.
Yeah. But clearly I need her to finish for me. So a little bit left to do on the stenciling.
So I do think, so I've seen people recreate the same pattern with sponging, which like I did my whole camper bathroom with sponge paint for $4. So if you want to be even more cost effective, and the only other thing I would recommend, the white looks fun, it's a nice contrast, but it shows the imperfections more. So I think if you want to not have to worry quite so much about everything being perfect, would be just to take your wall color and then put a little bit of white into it, so it's a little more subtle.
I received that. So
I
Dawn
think
is
that
going to
would've-
go back over it with a more lighter tan color for me.
Not even in a million years
It'll
would I
be
ever do that.
beautiful. It'll look so nice. And then she'll show you the final video of it.
It does look, it is fun though. I like how that turned out.
Well, and the last one that I did is the board and batten that you see. And the way that I helped this to be a lot more cost effective was using only a 1/4 inch thick material and then using thinner strips to create actually what's a little bit more modern update to the board and batten.
Yeah.
So, and again, I was going for clean and inexpensive, but I wanted it to look modern and fun too. So this looks awesome. And what I love about this is I did have Tom help me with a miter box and nail gun, but you could do this at home with a hand miter and construction adhesive if you don't have the power tools.
Totally.
So all of these, what I loved about it, I did not need a handyman. I didn't have to call Tom if I didn't want to, although he was gracious to help. And so it all is total DIY and really cost effective.
And I do like, I mean, this looks really nice with the white, and especially because you're going to be videoing. I think these really thin strips of wood aren't quite perfect, and so if you did a little bit of a color, like a gray or another color, it would really hide the imperfections and it would look even better.
I think in a bathroom or a kid's room, especially a small space like that, a nice like bright color or something would
it'd be really fun. Yeah.
So, and then just a couple of fun finds on Amazon if you are setting up like a home office or something. This table behind me, you might recognize that tabletop. It's been at IKEA for 100 years. They've had it forever. So it had short legs though, and IKEA doesn't, they have telescoping legs, but they were really expensive.
And kind of ugly.
Maybe. And so I wanted to create a standing desk. So these hairpin legs off of Amazon are super high quality. They're very sturdy, and they were $60. You cannot find tall standing desk. You can't get a standing desk for that anywhere.
Oh, okay.
But if you have a table surface that you can already use, like that was a really good find.
Yeah, and they look super trendy and fun.
And you can paint them black if you wanted to. I left them kind of the steel color. Lastly, the rug that's under my feet, I love. It is so soft and it feels so good, and it's cute and trendy, and it adds
fun
pop of color. And I was gonna put a carpet remnant in here. The space is like 10 by 11, so I thought, oh, I'll go to the store, I'll get a remnant for $100 and like call it good. No, you don't get a remnant for $100 anymore, at least not at our.
No, they're like full price, just a smaller piece of carpet.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, area rug, I can take it with me if we move or whatever. And I'm really happy with this one. So.
No, I think it looks, I mean, the transformation is like remarkable.
Yeah, we had these like big, chunky, heavy workbenches in here that the previous owner had used for woodworking.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of, you know, set our woodworking, you know, habit aside when we had kids. You know, I just don't have time anymore to build homemade furniture.
No, instead you're using 1/4 inch strips of like the cheapest wood you can buy at Home Depot.
That's good. So, so now that we don't do, you know, homemade furniture anymore, then I put it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I put, if you can disassemble and haul these out of my basement, you can have them.
Yours.
Yeah, and they were gone in 24 hours to the nicest young man. I was so grateful to him. I had also, there had been like a vanity cabinet in here from a bathroom and a mirror and also a small recliner. All of that was gone on Facebook Market for free, but within 24 hours.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of donation centers still aren't open, or they've opened and then closed again, I'm hearing, and so put it on the side of the road and put it on Marketplace for free. So even if you don't live in a really busy area, everything I hear is like, everything is like gone, like almost instantly.
The people were so excited.
Yeah.
That was fun too. Like they were just so happy. They were like, is this still there? I really want it. And so that was kind of fun too.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I think this is fun because, you know, again, as we're kind of switching gears into long run here, a lot of people still working from home. You know, it makes a beautiful Zoom background even if the shiplap isn't totally perfect.
Nobody will notice.
Nobody will.
They won't know you painted that on the wall. But I mean, these would be awesome ideas for a homeschooling space too. But we got to announce yesterday that we're starting a private Facebook group, so a private membership group with Angela Braniff from This Gathered Nest and Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. Could it be like a cooler group of ladies?
Yeah.
And we kind of went back and forth. Do we create a course where we can help with homeschooling but also simplifying the rest of your life too? But we really like being able to have a community together where it's ongoing and it changes with what's going on in the world, and we're active in there with new videos every single day, but then also what the rest of the community is contributing as well. And so we've gotten to experience this a little bit in our decluttering Facebook group, and it's so dynamic, it's so alive. Like you log in there and you can be having a crummy day and people are showing like the progress they're making and like the goals they're setting and achieving, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I can do this. I can homeschool well, I can facilitate public school at home well, I can cook healthy meals. Like, I am really excited for Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone to show us how to cook healthy meals for our family on a regular basis. And I also just love Angela Braniff and her heart behind homeschooling. She has wanted to do something like this for a really long time, and she is so passionate about curriculum and really creating good dynamics with your family, so it's an enjoyable time for everyone too.
Well, and I know it's like, well, how much can you accomplish through a virtual group of people? But yeah, you love your decluttering group.
It feels like we're all friends now. I mean, we get together, we get to do lives fairly frequently and just interacting in the group. I mean, it feels like we're this tight-knit group of friends who all live like around the world. Yeah. And I don't think I would have believed that was possible to achieve that level of relationship virtually. It just feels like, no, you have to be in person with people, and I mean, it's awesome.
But what happens is we all learn and grow together. And yeah, it really is fun. So enough with the commercial.
Yeah.
You know, this is for anybody who's thinking of homeschooling this fall or schooling from home, and also veterans who have a lot to contribute and just want to be a part of a really dynamic community.
Yep.
So I think that's fun.
Yeah, so we'll share homeschooling stuff over there. Everything here will stay the same, and we'll keep talking about simple living because I'm so passionate about that. And I believe that's what's even allowed me to entertain this idea of homeschooling, because Tom mentioned it like many times. I'm like, nope. No, maybe next year. No. Yeah. So now it feels like, hey, we can do this and we can do it well. So anyway.
And usually on Sundays, we're kind of running out of time here today. So, you know, we'll give some encouragement in your faith journey and stuff. But today only, I want to encourage you to join us. People have been asking for this for a long time, for a Bible study. And so we're starting that today. And I want to invite you to be a part of it. And actually, the first video teaching is being released right now. And so you can watch that for some great encouragement of how we can stay grounded in the Lord during uncertain times. And so today's topic is going to be about prayer, and I have a really practical way for you to start implementing prayer in your life. So I'm really excited about that. So I hope you'll plan on joining us there and be a part of a really dynamic community.
All right, so those are the ways you can spend more time with Dawn and Diana outside of YouTube, I guess. That wasn't our intention for this video, but we love interacting with you, and we don't always get to do that so much right here. And so if we can do it in a Facebook group, then so be it, and we love it, and it's so fun. So
yep.
So we hope to see you in one of them or both.
And spend more time in my awesome office with me.
Right, you'll get to see a lot of this then. Yep. So we'll put details for all of that down below. But we hope this finds you really well. We hope that you're feeling encouraged. And you know what, Dinah, why don't we just put that teaching, since we didn't get to a faith thing today, we'll put that on my blog as well. So even if you don't sign up for the Grounded Bible Study, you can see that. And then if you want to join the Bible study, you can click over and join that too. And we'll just make sure everybody can be encouraged today. Is that
That's
okay?
A great
that
idea.
Was a spur of the moment decision. So
I'm glad we talked that out. Yeah, I like it. I really like it.
Awesome. Well, we love you. We hope you're doing well, and we will visit with you again soon. This is where you say bye-bye.
No, this is where I say, and bless us all in Jesus' name. Amen.